we're gonna see a scenario that Germany is gonna have an empire. This is the third take. I hope I don't have to take it again. Okay, so I'm gonna get the obvious out of the way. It's obviously no surprise that they will not attack or just take Austria or just unify at this point. Okay. So, having France here, they don't want the repeated thing happening again. And it is not repeated, surprisingly enough. They actually did something different. Instead of attacking Poland and getting Czechoslovakia, they instead went for Benelux first, which kind of triggered France. But if they, get all of Benelux, they're gonna have their breaking point and just attack. So, they instantly swoop in from the Netherlands, since it's one of the areas that are not that strong, but it's not weak in real life. I'm just doing this because I'm a silly little kid. Anyways, Belgium having okay, I'm just gonna sleep in. They're just gonna sleep in. Boom! See that? Just splitting most of the troops right now by the border, so they cannot deliver anything. And now the border is split. So now they're gonna go and deliberately attack the Netherlands from here. And this is the last sign of Netherlands going all the way to the UK, which, meh. Then Belgium, surprisingly enough, holds up for pretty long because of NATO support. But since NATO is dead at this point, yeah, since Germany held up most of it, the US is probably gonna send nukes or something. But there's a lot of allies there, but nah. So they're saying nah. Most of them, well, but they're not thinking about sending any nukes, obviously. Good. And then they start swooping in, and now France is actually getting pissed off. Sorry I had to use that word. But anyways, Belgium is almost dead, and they managed to push back to the original, not that original borders. But then slowly but surely they lose this tiny bit, and then they get cut off from France. They get mostly cut off from the southern area. And then boom, they lost to naval. This will normally get taken down because they're pretty okay in stuff and all that, but I don't even know what I'm saying. So looking at this peace treaty, it's just now surprising enough that they didn't take Switzerland or Czechia, because Czechia or Switzerland could actually be kind of surprising to get attacked, but they don't necessarily attack them yet. They just, oh wow, that was fast. But they brought in all three. Let's see if they can actually die. But since they're buffed in this scenario, they sweep through most of Poland, attack Czechoslovakia and Sudetenland. Slovakia is oh whoa. And then surprisingly enough, Hungary joins the Germany's team just to get some land, I guess. They just, oh crap, what happened? Oh yeah, I think I accidentally took the background. Okay, so now Hungary from the south attacked most of Slovakia. Again, I guess. And then the first pushback started here at this area. They're just stalemated, but then Hungary, being at the south, actually pushes upwards to the area of Warsaw. Warsaw got capitulated, and that was fast. But oh crap, but then Czechia did not give up yet somehow. They managed to stick along a little bit, but overall they die afterwards, which is pretty humiliating because considering the history of Czechia, they were pretty strong back then. And then now, this is mostly the peace treaty, because I'm making these peace treaties. Now is the first time I'm gonna ever actually switch colors. Ooh, cool. So, looking at this, now Hungary has joined this team. Hungary has actually got some land out of this, and Germany is just big at this point. well, having friends looking at Germany now, they're not gonna invade them, and also the border has been broken down. So now Hungary's incorporated into the German areas. So now they're stabilized enough to actually not attack that much. So yay, they're at peace for a while, I guess. And then once they're stabilized, they look downwards and see Croatia, Slovenia, and most of the weaker Baltic nations. Which this is not necessarily like good, because none of this is real. I'm just a silly little boy on the internet, so don't get triggered by me, okay? I'm just a silly little guy on the internet that just wants to do random stuff. And I'm also pretty bored, yeah. But they're actually doing a two-front war, which is crazy. Look at this. What? How does that work? Anyways, so they're now in a two-front war against two nations. I'm gonna check on what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, no, nothing anymore. Against two nations that are pretty okay in strategicness. Against like two fronts. First, they're gonna do the obvious and attack most of Slovenia, I think. Yeah, Slovenia, and then get most of northern Serbia. Like in most cases, they will obviously do that. Croatia, they capture Zagreb and end up chasing them down the coastline area with nothing to do for Croatians, basically. Them being surrounded is just bad enough. And then once they get down the coast, they start encircling Bosnia, attacking Bosnia, capitulating Bosnia, and end up having a stalemate over here somehow. But having Montenegro also die. And a little bit of Kosovo getting invaded, which makes a lot of nations scared at this point. But then, surprisingly, Serbia just wants to willingly join Germany. It's not like willingly, it's just forcefully had to join Germany. But then, like, yeah, I'm so bad at drawing. Okay, good, I'm done. Okay. So, basically, they just... Let me check most of the... Yeah, okay, good. It doesn't continue downwards. So, thankfully. Anyways, they're now just stuck in this front, except that Germany actually pushed the front, but then they pushed it back. Over the Allies, they actually... At the north, since Germany forgot they were in a war with literally Denmark. They forgot they were in a war with Denmark for a sec. And wait, did I even include Germany in this? What is this layer even for? It's just a German layer. Oh, that's what that layer was for. God dang it, Seth. Anyways, I'm just gonna speed run, yay. Anyways, they forgot they actually had a war with Denmark. I feel less smooth. Feels less smooth. Oh, that's because I'm on the other layer. Jesus. What the? Oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna see what's going on. Oh. That. I put it on the wrong layer, I guess. Oh, that's why I did that. Yes, that's why. Okay, basically, Denmark just invades Germany because they're pretty strong at this point. Since Germany did not focus on the north, now Germany's troops are going to the north. Since these guys are not even... Well, I say they're moving a little bit, but they're not that strong yet. Because since they got back to mainland and a little bit of other nations, they're just stuck. Let's just say they get Montenegro and that's it. Boom, the Balkan War is settled for a sec. Denmark makes some naval landings over here since, well, they're the only ones that are actually doing a northern war. They somehow managed to get Netherlands until Germany comes here and does a lot like this. Just sweep back most of Denmark. That's it. And then they get this island out of nowhere somehow as well. And then they get this tiny little island over here, and then they just move upwards, get most of the coast, kill Copenhagen, surprise attack most of them from this area, attack this area, meet up with Sweden for some reason. I don't know why they needed to meet up with Sweden, but that's one of their priorities, I guess. I don't know, I'm just a silly little guy on the internet. And then they take over Denmark. Woohoo! That's not woohoo for the rest of the countries here. It looks like the Holy Roman Empire, but neither holy or an empire. It's more of an empire. It's not even Roman. It's just it's just called the German Empire, I guess. It's GE. It's not even a HRE. It's just okay. Most of the Balkans are just stuck in a stalemate. So what do? Settle it, of course. You little goob. They take down this area, I guess. Down most of these borders as expected. But they did not take down the southern borders for some reason. Why? They just wanted to keep their nations, of course. But they wanted most of Serbia, so they had to fight a little bit over here to settle down. And then overall, they got most of the land they wanted, so they just leave those nations to be traumatized for the rest of their entire nation life, I guess. So now, since most of the nations are like shook up from that, and what the? Oh yeah, the Danish thing. Okay, I'm done with that border, I guess. Germany being literally hungry for power, they invade more of the nations, which is not a surprise, and they just get most of these guys out of the way. They're pretty strong. That's why it's kind of a mistake to bring them in, but they're no joke. Wait. Oh, that's what I accidentally did. The jig is up. I gotta show my set. Crap. Poo. Yeah, this is my set secretly. I like doing this set, but I like making sets. That's why I have this. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna make that. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, yeah, that is the borders for now. Those guys are the borders. Yay! Albania and Kosovo are now united, which is gonna make a lot of politic problems, but I'm just a little kid. Okay, don't ask me about the borders. So, what do I do again? Here. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that. Right? Right? Does that fix anything? Pretty much, I guess. Oh, come on, I just forgot about that thing. What am I doing? What am I doing to the set? It's not really a set, but it's a set to me, okay? It's a set to me. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm pasting that back. I'm not good at making this. This is my first time ever doing this. So don't blame me, okay? This is my first time being a mapping YouTuber. You don't want to blame me for being a dumb child. Well, actually, I'm kind of a dumb child. I'm dumb and a child. Even though I act pretty cool, but deep down, I'm actually a child that just wants to play every day. Oh my god, how many... you know what? I'm just gonna finish this pretty quick. Boom! That's what they do. Just kidding, no. Boom! Boom! They bring Bulgaria, bring these guys into the war. So now they're trying to sweep out most of these guys, and then after that, this is their plan. Just invade Russia. And then invade France, I guess, and the rest of these guys. Which is gonna be a heck of a lot of stuff to do, but they're overall pretty fast at invading. they somehow actually invade most of this in a matter of time. That they actually bring them into the war, which is pretty surprising. They invade most of this area, but they forget about North Macedonia, which is not North Macedonia anymore. It's German Macedonia. And then they get this part, and boom, Bulgaria is mostly dead, except for Istanbul, except for the near Istanbul areas. Istanbul was Constantinople. No, I'm not gonna sing that ever in my life. Anyways, when they did that, most of the Bulgarians actually go to the Ottomans area for some reason. They wanted to go to the Turkish area now, which is pretty cool. Which shows how they can actually mix in culture, but it's not like real mixing. They just adapt there, I guess. Also, if there's any mistakes and I accidentally make other nations get invaded by Germany, you're not actually getting invaded, okay? That's just a rendering glitch, I guess. Because I'm not a real mapping YouTuber yet. I'm just a little guy, just in the community. I just started, okay? I just started. Okay, this front and the north, let's see what it does. Boom ba bing, it does the... Okay, so... this happens, yeah. And then they invade this part, yeah. Which Russia gets somehow brought into the war, which makes Germany a little bit vulnerable. So, Germany just invades. So Germany, being Germany, actually steps up their game by invading the Black Sea. Come on, I forgot to fill in an area. You've got to be kidding me. They fill in this Black Sea area, capturing most of the sea for Ukraine, and also Russia. Not all of Russia, like some of Russia, I guess. They kept most of Russia safe, which, to be fair, Kaliningrad die. They lose most of this. Russia mostly pushes, but this is the first time actually a nation pushes back mostly. This happens. Yes, this happens. So they try to recover St. Petersburg, but they can't because, well, of what's going on. And the mainland Germany is actually getting capitulated and invaded and all. So they invade more of this. And look like they're setting themselves up for a blitzkrieg, but they're actually not. They're actually blitzkrieging this area. While the Russians are actually moving inwards to try to blitzkrieg them. Which, to be fair, is pretty smart. And then they capitulate this area, which is trying to blitzkrieg, and this area that still thinks they're blitzkrieging. So many blitzkrieg in a sentence. They actually try the blitzkrieg, and then boom, they get blitzkrieged. So many blitzkrieg in a sentence. Oh my god, how many times can I say blitzkrieg? And then St. Petersburg is just stuck under German rule for some reason. And then they just simply try to march to Moscow. That didn't work. So basically, they try to defend back by doing this, which mostly works, and they get St. Petersburg a little bit. But then they lose the hope of St. Petersburg, and they're just stuck in this front, which do this a little bit, and then this, and then recover Kiev. They recover Kiev. But then overall, they have nothing to do now, because most of Germany has already attacked most of this area, and, well, there's nothing to do in this area now. Germany took most of because most of Crimea is back, most of Germany is back, most of everything is back. So Germany doesn't know what to do. So basically, they're just gonna clean up the borders a little bit, right? Right? Yes, they do. Luckily enough, they somehow managed to clean the borders. Who would have thought that? And then now most of it is just controlled by a German state that's in the middle of nowhere. And now America is actually side-eyeing them, like, why are you doing this? You're like a NATO member. Why? We're actually questioning you right now. Why are you doing this? And why are you doing this? Like, why? What? Like, straight up, why? And then Germany's like, in the interrogation room, be like, I don't know, I'm just bored. Which basically sets up U.S. to get mad and all that, blah 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 blah. And anyways, they somehow managed to get back Ukraine. No one's gonna touch Ukraine for now. And then the Germans somehow managed to set up a peace treaty with the Russians. Never thought I would ever say that. And then they managed to do this. Which, if you're thinking, oh, cool, they made actual borders for once. Yes, I know, it's actually impressive that they can actually make borders like that. So yeah, most of this is actually mass destruction now. And Ukraine is the only thing that's actually alive, that's mostly here. Which then if you actually look at the real map, it actually looks like this. So basically, where did it all go wrong? Most of the Russian side, I guess. Most of them did not mobilize the troops. They underestimated Germany and also kind of did most of this. They did not mean to do mass destruction, but they did mass destruction anyways. Which is not a war crime, but it's still kind of messy now, the borders. But the borders are still okay. They look pretty special. And St. Petersburg being captured by Germany, I never thought I would say that, though. So now I'm making the borders, which kind of looks smooth. I don't want this to be real at all, but I wish there was a border somewhere that looked like this. Extremely smooth borders. And also, Russia could have got Crimean areas and then invaded from there. But I guess not. And now Germany's this monstrosity. Can you believe that Germany was supposed to be like this a second ago? Like this? That was Germany a second ago. This is Germany now. Like, how? So anyways, Germany wants to stop this for a sec, but they really are just meh. I don't want to stop this. I want to expand more, which, yeah, I know Germany, you want to expand more, but my phone space is dying, but I don't care. My phone space is dying. Why are you doing? God dang it, Germany. Why did you bring yourself into this war? You know, Germany, I don't care at this point. Wait, Germany is supposed to have Crimea. Oh my god, they're supposed to have Crimea. Okay, then I'm gonna give them Crimea. Why not? And then France, being part of the war now, they're like, oh my god, no. So they just joined the German rule, and now they have this. Voila. And goodbye, no. Okay, goodbye everyone. Get a full shot here. What's this called? Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.